And in this session, we are talking about SAP and eBA Enterprise Content Management Platform running together. So when we look at eBA for a second, it is actually an SAP certified application that is available in SAP's marketplace. This is the screenshot from SAP marketplace of eBA being available for SAP partners as well as SAP VARs and SAP using corporations that they can always use. Find eBA first of all in SAP marketplace and use it accordingly to automate and digitize business processes. So for that purpose, I like to invite my colleague, Samet Akkus, to our virtual stage. Samet is our eBA product support leader. We work very close with Samet, and he has a lot of experience in eBA and eBA practices in many different industries. So I'm gonna let him continue for this session. Samet, if you're ready, please take over the screen. You can share the screen anytime you like.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you.
So today I'm gonna show you an example eBA SAP integration process. We have lots of customers that are using SAP integrated eBA processes. It's very common practice for eBA. Today I'm gonna show you a material master data management project. We built it on eBA. It is integrated with SAP. I will show you both sides of the project. Basically, the goal is we want to create a material. We want to save it to SAP, but we want to have a flexible workflow before we send it to SAP. That's where we use eBA. We are creating our workflow in eBA. We can create a complex workflow, a simple workflow. It's up to us. Basically, we get some approvals from different departments according to this material creation. Let me show you the example. This is the login page of eBA, as you already saw before. I have this menu here for SAP Master Data Management. We have also Vendor Master Data Management project in our demo environment. Today, we are going to talk about Material Master Data 1. As an employee, I want to create a material. I have this option in my menu. I have also Material Archive, which we will see soon after we create the material. So I can click this and I can fill my form. This project is creating the material from an existing material. So we want to save some time. We can choose a material which is directly coming from SAP, and we can use that material information to fill out the other one. Basically, when I click this combo box, the system quickly connects to SAP and find my example existing material. We can change any data, any description of this material. So I've changed the description. I can also change the other details here. This material has a basic data section, and we will have other sections according to the department. We will have accounting section and other sections. These sections will be changed according to these departments. We will see it during the workflow. I can add a related document, which means I can basically attach some document from my document management system. So this is also integrated with our document management system. I would like to add a document related to this material, obviously. And if I have some comments, For the other people who will approve this material before we save it to SAP, I will also put some comments. The other people will see my name, my comment in this table. We have also a system table here which shows who created this form, and when there will be approvers, we will also see the approvers in this table. So the other approval will see the history of this material form. I'm ready to send it. When I send this, as I told you, we have a workflow behind this project, behind this form. The actual reason we use this eBA project, we would like to get some approvals. We would like to some departments, some groups to review this material before we save it to SAP. That's why we create this workflow behind it. This is an example one. With eBA's flexible workflow engine, we can easily change it to a different workflow. We can add more groups, we can add more controls, we can add formulas. For example, if material size is bigger than something, we can have more controls, we can send it to our laboratory or test it, etc. This can be very, very detailed. But according to this demo project, we send it to accounting, then it will go on operations, then we have a group approval here. Let's see this steps one by one quickly. I've already opened the other people. We need their approval in my browser. So I can click this approvals shortcut button and I can access my material master data project created by me with this time, with this status. I can click and open the material form as an accounting. Right now, I'm the accounting person as Jeremy. So if you noticed, the view has changed. The first person who created the material was only able to see basic data of the material. But as Jeremy, as accounting, I can also see the other details. So in eBA, we can create this different form design for different people. As an accounting, I can also change some details of the material. We have lots of material descriptions here. We can change them before we save it to SAP. And I can review the related documents in the system. We have, sorry, I don't have permission for that as Jeremy. We can see the comments, we can see the approvers who created it. Then if we are ready to send, we can save and continue. It will go on to the next position, operations. I already logged in as Jerry, and Jerry is operations department. And we have a different view for operations too. So operations can see basic data section, but not the accounting section. Operations department sees their part of the material. So as an operation department, I can do the same things. I can edit things here. And when I'm ready, I can save and continue. Then finally, it will go to a group approval. In eBA, we can have these group approvals and we can set different conditions for this group. For example, we need 50% of them to approve to continue the process, or we need just one people from this group to approve and continue the process, or same thing for the rejection or other events. So in my example, I need only one approval from this group, which will be this person, Mary. Let me quickly go to approval. In this group event, I have also reject option, and in the group, this is the final step. I am able to see every section, basic data, the operation, the accounting sections, everything. I will approve it from the last group, and material has been created. System shows me this status message. Let me go to my user. As I told you, there's an archive here. This is for us to access the old records that we created in the system. This is a report section. You can also call it archive. We can create different archives in the system to track old records, ongoing approvals, inserted materials, whatever we need. We can directly click and open the form. We can see the flow history, who did what on this flow. We can see the details, and the important point here is there is a message from SAP, material something has created. So this is the material number we created in eBA, SAP. I will show you that from SAP system, our demo SAP system. Let's confirm that we are able to import these materials to SAP successfully. Let me log in our SAP. This is our demo SAP system. Let me go to our table, which we write our data. So as you can see, with the material number, with the material description SYNERGIZE, our new material is here. We are able to insert the material to SAP successfully. So this is it. This is an example eBA SAP integrated project. As I told you, these examples can be, we can have more and more projects integrated with SAP. eBA has native SAP connector. We can directly consume SAP RFCs from our system manager. So we can also create other SAP integrated projects according to our customers' needs. Kevin, this is my presentation. If you have any questions, I can answer.
Thank you very much, Samet. Much appreciated for the demonstration. Let's see if we have any questions in our chat box. At the moment, we are broadcasting over Zoom and also YouTube at the same time, so we may have some questions to address. So in our Q&A session, you can share your questions with us via chat, and any questions that you have about eBA in general, as well as SAP integrations, we'll be happy to address them. So one of the questions, for example, we receive is about the workflow that we can have for this type of integration with SAP. How flexible is eBA to integrate with SAP and to manage the workflow integrated with SAP field? Are you able to answer, Samet? Did you hear the question?
Sorry, can you repeat it again? Sorry.
Oh, yes. The question is, how flexible is eBA to integrate with SAP in terms of integration model? Also, the second part of the question is about the workflow design. How quickly can we update the workflow if needed?
Yeah, it's actually pretty flexible because as I told you, we have a native SAP connector. We can consume any RFCs which written in ABAP, ABAP language of SAP. So basically, they are creating the SAP consultants creating a connector. These connectors can be used, consumed in any part of eBA when we send the data, when we receive the data. So if you think that, it's very flexible. We also have very common practice to connect HR data of SAP to eBA. Most of our SAP customers are using it. So they maintain their users, departments, and every other HR organization in their SAP side. And eBA can get their HR organization every day from SAP. So basically, the two system works synchronized together. We use SAP users in eBA too. This is also another example of EBA SAP integration.
Thank you, Samet. One of the questions is about the mobile application. So we covered this subject. So actually, we have a mix of audience. Some of our audience seeing what we talk about in general about eBA. Some of our audience, they are just joining us for this particular session. So we have some of the questions maybe repeating ourselves in terms of addressing the questions. But let's keep in mind that we have circulation in our audience right now, in our attendees. So some things we need to repeat if necessary to make sure we are addressing every single question. So the question is about mobile application. Some of all the forms that you showed on eBA, can it be also used on the mobile application of eBA, or we need a special design just to use it on the mobile application?
Exactly, we can have mobile views of the form. So system detects the mobile entry, mobile device usage, and it shows the correct view for the users, to the users. So our customers can use eBA both in desktop and their mobile phones.
Thank you so much. Another question is about SAP ERP type. There are different types of SAP in the marketplace. Which ERP products of SAP do we integrate? Do we have any choice, or can we integrate all of them, Samet?
Yeah, we can integrate all of them, but this one I showed you today, it was a NetWeaver type of SAP, but we are also able to connect other SAP types, SAP for HANA, for example.
All right. Yeah, perfect. Yes, that's actually a good question. That's a good question. So having different products, different options among ERP system providers, the common practice. So we see it in other ERP ecosystems as well. So for us, in terms of eBA's certification as to be able to integrate with ERP systems of SAP is actually for any SAP product. So that may be ECC, that may be for HANA, any of them actually we can integrate. And our customers using these products integrated with eBA anyway. So we have already all of different examples as to be using both systems together. But it's a great question. And it also shows the flexibility of eBA platform as an enterprise content management platform to automate and digitize business processes. It is very complementary to SAP ERP system. We have many customers using eBA integrated with SAP, and these sessions we also show you as to how SAP and eBA can be working together. As Samet mentioned, this is just an example as to what can be done, and there are many different applications can be digitized and automated and linked to SAP to pull and push data. I shared a list with you as to some sample applications being managed on eBay at the moment in terms of HR, for example, HR onboarding, offboarding, in terms of purchasing, for example, purchase request, purchase approval. All these are running on the workflow engine of eBA. In addition, there are many applications running on eBA for sales purposes, customer onboarding, as well as vendor onboarding, vendor approval, stock item approval. Also, we need to also remember about, for example, manufacturing industry, so machine control, photo control, record keeping, control document management, and other applications easily can be digitized on eBA based on your company's business priorities, business requirements, and challenges, of course. Let me see if there is another question at the same time, if we can address these. Yeah, looks like we addressed all the questions. I think it looks good. So again, you have our contact information, bimserint@bimserint.com, and you can always send us your questions, and we can schedule a separate session just to talk about your organization, your company, your business expectations and requirements. So we are looking forward to it. Samay, thank you very much for the demonstration. Much appreciated.